This is a film about people, place and cultural identity. This is Kurilpa Park, an inner-city parkland on the southern bank of the Brisbane River. For many years, people have slept out in Kurilpa Park. It is also a park that accommodates recreational users, joggers, walkers, cyclists and picnickers. Kurilpa Point has a long history. It is part of a large area long known in Aboriginal memory as a meeting place for many tribal groups, a gathering place with a sandy river crossing.
This area was an important meeting place. It was a place where they came for big robberies. It was also, there were fighting grounds around here, where they had, dispute settlement and all the rest of it. And also the river was a rich food source for people. There were lots of pockets of rainforest along the Brisbane River, there were that sandy bridge across the Toowong. There's all that kind of history that obviously there were lots of reasons why Murrays would come to the area.
So I lived here under the bridge, William Jolly Bridge, for close on 5 years. Now, I started under the bridge, and then with the weather settling in, we moved up to the what used to be the boat shed area there. At one time here, there was about 30, 40 sleeping along here, all the way from the boat shed to the milk factory end, I was
only a kid about 14, 15. Them old fellas asleep from this way back. Or Alan Mucken, Wally Mucken, Danny Mucken, my father, my uncles, Rory Kiner, Natty Kiner, Dougie Kiner. They had to sleep along here. This is a scrub park. It's a scrubby.
Well, that's the area we like to talk about, South Brisbane.
South Brisbane, yes.
And underneath the bridge there, Kurilpa Point.
Yes, I go down there, go down and see the boys down there. They used to take breakfast down to them.
All right, yeah. That's when you worked at...
St Vincent de Paul.
Which one was that, in town?
South Brisbane.
The South Brisbane one.
I remember one fella, he used to be a box. He fell in the river once. He fell in the mud there. And all they could see was the whites of his eyes before they could go in and pick him up. Spider, they called him.
Spider.
Isles, Georgie Isles.
And there was like, so there was a black camp? Was there a black camp or a Kiwi camp?
No, it was all intermingled actually.
All intermingled. We all got on good together?
Yeah, we did, yeah. Yeah, we didn't have hardly any problems. It just, always the old saying goes, the old blowins that would come now and then and cause trouble.
Yeah.
And we'd move them along. Yeah, well, it was a happy camp and all the time I was there.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, we all grew up together. We all grew up here in the area, and there was no racism amongst us. There's always been racism on the outside of us, but not amongst us. You had a few outsiders that would come in from other missions and things, and they were a bit prejudiced against white people being there and that. But they got pulled up real quick by the elders, Because
the problems really differ from each individual why they choose to be homeless. Even from younger ages, from 10 years upwards. You see them, they don't want to be at home. They'd rather camp down the river banks and be with their friends where they feel more comfortable without certain things that are happening at their own house.
Me and Big Choco, Geelong.
Yeah.
Choco. We cleared out of Sherby while we were young, 40, 50.
You come straight to the south side?
Straight to the south side.
The meeting place, eh?
Yeah, the meeting place. They camped right around here, right down to Hamilton. That's
Right down to Hamilton?
It was. Yeah, Hamilton. What they call that place?
Pinkenbar.
Pinkenbar.
When you say about lemon tree, I'd rather me. I can even show you what a lemon tree was. But it's all knocked down.
Yeah, the lemon tree.
Yeah.
Where was that?
I was whatever I said, yeah. It was all lemon tree. go down to the road.
How do you change a lot since I've been? Since I've been here. With a library wasn't built then. All the Salvation Army was there then.
Yeah.
That's when they moved it.
Well, this part here, I've been told, at Kurilpa Point, is the sandy beach where they used to go swimming a lot. The mangrove used to be all the way up and long. They cleared a path from the streets down here, and this is where they used to come swimming in the old days, in the 70s and the 60s. As far as I've been told by people like Adam Hopkins and PK Kiner. And you can see quite clearly how the sand does build up in this certain part of the river. And that is actually one of the places they really did come, sit down without any harassment, have a drink and have a swim. Not too many people around these days that remember this area. A lot of these old memories are starting to fade away, and a lot of them have been recorded over the years. We nearly lost a generation, I think, of the old people that could have told us a lot more stories than what we know today. But this shows a change where the homeless people, whether they're black, white or brindle, used to camp. So as development keeps coming through on the riverbanks, the homeless are getting fewer and fewer spaces where they can camp in a safe environment. Doesn't seem like they look after them that well when they move them on.
We had a gas stove, frying pan and everything. We were cooking under the bridge.
Yeah.
Policemen used to come around. We was boiling right, yeah. We'd be sitting there having chops and eggs.
They never used to hassle you?
No, they never hassled us.
Yeah.
But here they do it here. They raided this place last week, a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I know they hassled us.
The Brisbane City Council provided...
Yeah, I've been coming and going here for a while.
Yeah.
Coming and going, you know. There's my bunk up there, my house just there. Yeah, this is my bunk. I've been made out of bits and pieces. I've been finding and bringing home my wife for a bit, you know. Well, I don't know how I got here. Somebody must have brought me here, I think, some time back, you know. I've never seemed to be in the one place very long. I don't know why. When I was out in the farm somewhere, I was there for about 25 years and didn't move 50 feet, you know.
When we was in the block over there, we got chased at 1 o'clock in the morning. The whole lot of pools, you know, security chases. 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, we was chased out and over. Oh, because they wanted to, didn't want us under the bridge.
As part of the documentary project, people from the park wrote and performed the song Footprints Along Kurilpa.
I'm just wondering if you could give us some words or have a think about, you know, the reasons why you come down here. What's a good thing about coming here? Yeah.
It's an harmony between all of us, all the family.
The environment is a bit sort of, you know, up in the air sometimes. Sometimes it's you know, absolutely perfect, you know, we all get on quite well, but then, you know, there's alcohol issues down here and drug issues and more mental health issues as well, and the three of them combined, you know, sometimes can get a bit, you know, under everyone's collar. And
On the 13th of January 2005, a homeless man was killed. It was pension day, and that evening lots of people were playing touch football. People found him in a quiet area of the park and called an ambulance, but the man died that night in the park.
it's all blocked off up that way.
Yeah, you can't get through.
Can't get through.
You got to go around. That's a crime scene, mate. Hey.
Yeah.
But like I said, you know, this is a once in a, you know, blue moon incident.
It is assumed that 2 other park dwellers were responsible for his death. People who were living at the park didn't want to stay there anymore with these memories. The camp of young Aboriginal kids began to take up more space.
And Brendan has gone.
Well, I left the park because of the noise levels, really. A mate of mine had a bit of trouble and he moved out of his squat that was next to me. Several young pain sniffers, who I am friendly with, decided to move in. Just the noise levels, you know, it was just full on, you know, they just up all night partying, young little fellas. And, you know, just couldn't stand the noise anymore, so one just had to up and leave and move over here on the block, Tent City, where it's a bit quieter. There are people still living over there, down the other end. I don't know how long they are going to be there for, whether the council's got the same sort of plans for them as us. We've got roughly a month left here before we've got to move on. I don't know if we'll be moving back to the park. So, yeah, I'm just left in a state of limbo at the moment. I don't know what's going on.
We had a good park ball here one time. Of course, everyone looks after everyone at the same time, you know. You got nothing to eat? This one's got some. Okay, you're hungry? Go get it. Yeah. Use your manners. It's costing nothing to use manners.
Footprints along Kurilpa, our ancestors walked. Footprints along Kurilpa, our ancestors walked. Walked along the river, among the beautiful trees. Sit by a campfire, all in harmony, all in harmony. They just call us river rats, river rats, river rats, river rats, river rats. Footprints along the river, our ancestors walked. Footprints along the river, our ancestors walked. Walked along the river, among the beautiful trees. Sit by the campfire, all in harmony, all in harmony. Footprints along the river, our ancestors walked. Footprints along the river, our ancestors walked. Walked